Welcome on board everyone to today's session. My name is Winnie Anastasia. I'll be your lead coach in today's session. Welcome again to today's session. My name is Winnie Anastasia. I'll be your lead coach. I hope you're having a good day. You can engage us in our chat box. Let us know where you're joining the training from. My moderator will also be on the chat box. His name is Benson Weru. Tell us briefly where you are joining this training from and invite other people to also participate in this training session. I am a lead coach with Africa 118 in conjunction with Google Digital Skills. And today our topic of discussion will be use of marketing tools and social media to grow your business online. So our objectives for today's session will be how to set up and optimize your GMB listing. We will also talk about how to plan your digital marketing strategy. And we will also talk about how to leverage social media channels and email marketing. At the end of the session, those are the three things that you should be able to do and benefit from this training session from. So we will begin by asking ourselves, which marketing tools do you currently use? You can engage us in the chat box, tell us which marketing tools do you currently use. Also, let us know where you're joining us from. Let us know where you're joining this session from. Engage my moderator with your concerns, questions in the chat box, and he'll be able to look at them and give feedback. I can see Jed from Eldoret. Welcome, Jed. I can see Sean Daniel. Welcome. Thank you, Daisy Stacy. So much welcome to today's session. Yeah, Sean, welcome. I can see Lulu. Welcome so much, Lulu, to today's session. I hope this at the end of this session, we'll be able to do the 3 agendas that we have set out to undertake in this training session. So, which marketing tools do you currently use as a business person, as a person who has a side hustle, or which marketing tools are you familiar with? Let us know in the chat box session. Tell us, personally, I'm conversant with Google Ads. I've used them a couple of times. So you can let us know which ones you are familiar with in the chat box. Let us know, let me see at the chat box. I can see Grace. Welcome, Grace. Wendy, thank you so much for joining today's session. Lulu, welcome again. How is the weather where you are? How is the weather where you are? And also share with us which marketing tools do you currently use as an individual so that we can have a discussion around that. So, to our first agenda, how do you set up and optimize your GMB listing? What is even GMB listing? GMB listing simply means Google My Business. You can let us know in the comment section if you've interacted with GMB before. So Google My Business, what is Google My Business? What do you think Google My Business is? Let us know in the comment section. Let's see, what do you think Google My Business is? What is Google My Business? Let us know in the comment section. I'm looking at the comment section to see your responses on what you think Google My Business is. So we'll move on. So Google My Business is a free tool that you use to manage a business that appears on Google Search and Maps. I'll just give you an example of what Google My Business is. I'll show you some of businesses that are already using Google My Business profiles. So it's a free tool that you can set up, verify, and then if people make searches online, they can be able to see your organization, the business that you work with, or the business that you own across the online platforms. So usually it features business name, location, and hours, operating hours. You can also receive customer reviews. You can add photos to it. You can learn where and how people are searching for you, and so many other things. You can also verify and edit your information to help your customers, and also help them find your business, and you can also tell them your story. So those are some of the benefits of having Google My Business profile. So why should you have a Google My Business profile as an organization or as a business owner? Why do you need to have a Google My Business profile? So with a Google My Business account, it's more than just a business listing. You remember in our previous session, we talked about having listing your business on an online directory. So Google My Business is more than just having a listing on online directory, because it gives you so many other features that you can't find on a usual online directory. For example, the comment section, people can comment and on your business. People can reach you by calling you. They can leave reviews. You can also see how customers are connecting with your business. You can have bookings, clicks, call. There's so many other features that Google My Business will be able to give your business. So we look at we've seen some of the benefits of having a Google My Business profile. So how do you even create one? How do you create a Google My Business account? That will be our next subject. How do you create a Google My Business account? First, you need to have the name of the business or the organization. We said when we talked about having a domain name, it's that's unique to your business. So even for you to create a Google My Business account, it's very important for you to have a name of the business, and then the category. Which kind of organization is this? What are you selling? Are you in the leather industry? Are you in the fashion industry? Are you in e-commerce? Which kind of category fits this organization? And then you need to add your location. Where are you located? And then your contact details. How do people reach you? Do they email you? Do they send a message, or do they have to call you? And then you need to finish up and manage the listing. So those are some of the things we are going to look at. So how do you finish and manage a listing? Basically, is by adding photos, videos, testimonials, and other Google sites. So once you have your profile, I'll just give you an example of what a GMB listing profile looks like before we move on. So once you have a profile, so let me just give you an example of what a business GMB listing looks like. So for example, we can make search for Kempinski Hotel, Kempinski. Belarus Kempinski. So this is what I'm talking about when I say I Google my business listing. So if you check out this listing for Belarus Kempinski, you can see they have put a link for a website, for directions. If you want to call, you can simply call from this site. They've also added where they're located, Chiromo Road, Nairobi. Their phone numbers. Uh, you can, if you want to check out the website, you simply need to click here. If you want to check directions, you click here and it will show you the directions. If you want to save the listing, you can also save. You can see pictures. This is the front page of Kempinski, and then this is the side view. So this is what I'm talking about when I talk about Google my business listing. You can also see people have left reviews, 7,802 reviews. We can also see that the hotel is a 5-star hotel. If we want to make a booking, we can simply check availability from and then we can, yes, we can, if you want to check in today, it will give us some of the, you can see, these are some of the promotions they have. If you want to make a booking for Superior King room, you see it's 14,000. 884 shillings. So that's just what I'm talking about when I talk about Google My Business listing. And it's not, you don't necessarily need to have a physical location for you to have a Google My Business listing. Even when you're having an online business, you can still make a listing on Google My Business. And when people are making searches, they can be able to see it and look it up. Yes, yes, Lulu list like SEO, yes, like SEO, but it's a bit different. Now, when you have a Google My Business listing, it improves your SEO ranking. Businesses that have Google My Business listing have a better ranking than businesses that don't have Google My Business listing. So I hope that answers your question. Lulu. Welcome, Caroline. I can see Sharon, Kinyi, Frank. Welcome so much, Frank Odhiambo from Nairobi. Even as we are going to talk about GMB listing. So for every GMB listing that you put it out there, you need to verify it. So what is verification? Verification of a GMB account, it simply means that the business is existing, it's a legit business. That is the simple explanation I can give for verifying a Google My Business account. So you simply, and once you verify that the business is legit, you can own the account as the business owner or the organization owner. You can own the account so that you can make changes to it. For example, if you change location, you can make changes to it. Uh, the only changes that you cannot make to it is changing your business name, because now that will mean that you are into a different, that's a different entity. So the only thing you can change into it is the name. But let's say you move location, you can change it on the GMB account profile. So if you have a GMB listing or you have a business, whether online or having a physical presence, you can reach out to us in the chat box. My moderator will help you know how we can be able to verify your business. So we've talked about verifying a GMB listing. So what's the importance of verifying a GMB listing? What's the importance of verifying a GMB listing? So it's very, very important to complete and update your listing. So once you have a GMB listing, it will give you a score, like what percentage of completion that you have for your listing. Yeah. I can see my moderator is very engaging you people. You can write your comments, concerns, and we'll be able to talk about them in these subsequent sessions. So let us move on. Let us move on. So we've talked about having a complete verifying a GMB listing. So once you have verified your Google My Business listing, it's very important to make sure that you have a complete listing. Why is it important for you to have a complete listing? Because it is 2.7 times more likely to be considered reputable. So these days, when somebody can put up a listing and you've not claimed your listing, so that person can make changes to your listing, and maybe as a business owner, you're not aware. But once you have verified your GMB listing, you've owned it, uh, people are more likely to consider your organization as a reputable organization. It's also been discovered that it is 7 times more uh, have higher chances of people have clicking on a complete listing, and it's easy to 70% more likely to attract location visits. So location visits, let's say I'm looking for a cafe near me or a cafe in Westlands where I am right now. So it's very, very easy. My GMB listing will be able to get 70% more likely to attract the people who are looking for my cafe around Westlands. Or Wayaki way. And then it's 50% more likely to lead to a purchase. So if you are an e-commerce site or you're a business, a physical shop, it's 50% more likely to lead to a purchase than when you have an incomplete listing. So an incomplete listing means maybe you've not put up your contact information, maybe you've not updated your location, uh, maybe you've not updated the kind of product that you are selling right now. So that is what I mean by incomplete listing. But a complete listing, you've updated all the necessary information. If you have a website, you put up a link. If you have landing pages that you want people to look at, you can put it there. So how do you manage a listing? How do you manage a listing? I've already said if you wish to have a Google My Business listing, you can speak to my moderator on the chat box and he'll be able to guide you. At the tail end of this session, we'll be able to let you know how you can have a manage how you can have a GMB profile for your organization. And it's not limited to businesses only, even organizations that are of no commerce nature can still have a Google My Business listing. For maybe say direction purposes, if people are looking out for direction to that place, they can be able to find. So it's not limited to physical businesses, even online businesses. We can still put up a listing for you, and people can be able to benefit from looking up your organization online. So how do you manage your listing? You have verified it, you have completed the listing. So how do you manage it? You need to download the Google My Business app. So once you have the application, you log in into your account, you search for your business, and then you can update information, you can create posts and promotions, you can add photos, you can view and respond to the reviews. Maybe somebody came to your business, bought a product and they were impressed with it and they've left a comment. You can um, address that. If you have concerns, maybe people they were not impressed by maybe one of your customer care teams, they can always leave their comments there and you can be able to address that. So also good reviews. If you have very good reviews, they go a long way. And so when somebody new is coming to your site and they're looking up your business, if they see that people have good reviews, people have left good reviews, it will inspire them to visit or make a purchase. So when you are adding photos, it's very, very important. We say in social media, while you are adding photos, very, very important to make use of your logo so that it's easily identifiable. So even with Google My Business, it's very important to have a logo put it out there so that it helps your clients or customers to recognize your brand easily. You can put up a cover photo. A cover photo is just meant to represent your business. You can add other photos, maybe if you have a shop, maybe the front view of the shop, how the shop looks like. You can add the products. You can add different photos to your liking. So my moderator will put up support.google.com/business.answer. If you want more information about Google My Business, you can always click on that link and it will lead you straight to your business answer. We've talked about having quality photos. It's very important to update your opening hours, especially this time when we have COVID-19. Things keep fluctuating. Maybe your business used to operate up to 10 p.m. and now we have a curfew, let's say to 8 p.m. and you decide you want to adjust your opening hours to 6 p.m. So if you don't adjust and people see your opening hours are still up to 10 p.m., they may come to your shop and find you already closed down. So it's very important to update your opening hours, especially this time that we have COVID-19. Things keep fluctuating, so it's very, very important that you update your opening hours and your closures so that your customers can be able to know when you're open and when you're closed. So business information that you can add on the Google My Business listing. It can be products. If you're selling products, it can be services. Let's say you are hair salon. Maybe you are selling services. When people come to your shop and you make their hair, you can put up highlights about your business. You can put up appointment links. If people want to make appointment to your organization, you can put up the links. They can just click on the links and make appointments and so many other things. So that's one of the very, very important reasons for you as a business person to have a Google My Business listing. So we've talked about some of the features that you need to update on your Google My Business listing. So Google My Business listing helps you to stay competitive. We have already said that people who have Google My Business listing tend to rank higher than businesses who do not have Google My Business listing. So it helps your organization to stay competitive when people are looking up for information for similar businesses. Yours will rank higher on the SEO. So how does Google My Business help your business? It helps you to make informed marketing decisions. How? When you check the back end of Google My Business, so you already have a complete profile. You see that many people who are coming were maybe looking for direction to your business. Maybe people who were coming to your business, mostly they were coming from Kayole, for example. So next time you want to make a marketing decision, you can decide to target people who come from Kayole. So you see Google My Business listing has helped you identify where your customers are coming from to your page. It can also help you how to stand out from the crowd. So for example, if people are randomly making a business decision, you can target specific people, specific age group. Maybe your listing has shown that most of the people who come to your site are of this particular age group. So you can decide to make your marketing decisions to only target people of a particular group. And that will be able to help your business. And also you can be able to understand the services you offer to clients. How are the clients interacting with the profile? What kind of reviews are they leaving out there? So you can be able to tell the feel of your product to the people out there. So it's very, very important to have a GMB profile. That is, it helps you to stay competitive. So we're going to just look at a few examples here and there of people who decided to set up a GMB listing. So one is Imbeli Designs. So once they put up their listing, this is in Cape Town, SA. they were able to see 1.5K product reviews within the first 10 days of their website launch. So people were giving comments about the pieces that they were selling out, and they were able to also hire 2 employees. Why? Because when people were able to find them online, they were able to buy their products, they were able to give feedback, and they were able to make corrections. Let's say, for example, if a particular design had an issue, they were able to make corrections. So they built trust to their clients. So once their revenues increased, they were able to hire 2 more employees. And then their listing improved by 30%. We already talked about this, that having a GMB profile helps to improve your SEO listing to rank better. So this is just an example of how Imbelly Designs benefited from having a Google My Business profile. So we're also going to look at Juma Tours. Let's see, Juma Tours. So when Juma Tours put up their GMB profile, they were able to see 89 listings within the first week of them putting up listing visits. Within the first week, they put up the GMB profile. So Juma generally is a small e-commerce business. They were able to hire 3 more employees because of the revenue. You see, when people were looking up their listing, clients were able to make reservations for the tours, and thus they needed more employees to be able to cater for the traffic that was coming for simply having a Google My Business listing. So we can see these are just some of the benefits that business have when they put up a complete Google My Business listing. So any questions? Any questions so far? Any questions so far? So for those of us who wish to have a GMB listing, I can see my moderator has put up. And we also, as Africa 118, we also verify your account. So if you wish for us to verify your Google My Business listing, let us know at the tail end of this training. You can be able to verify your account and help you to have a complete Google My Business listing. Yes, ask any questions. My moderator will engage you, and I'll also be able to see your questions and respond as we progress in this training session. So our agenda number 2, we said, is how do you create a digital marketing strategy? How do you plan a digital marketing strategy? We already asked ourselves which kind of marketing have you previously used. I know most of us are conversant with Facebook, Instagram. I know most of us, those are the channels that we have used, but we have all other, many other channels. You can also tell us the ones you have used apart from Facebook and Instagram. Which other marketing channels have you used previously? Let us know on the comment section and be able to respond to them. So we've been talking about digital marketing. Traditionally, we used to have, you can see TV, newspaper, magazines, billboards. Those are still there, but people are also embracing digital marketing, especially this time that we have had COVID-19, where people could not move, go to physical locations. Many businesses have many businesses have decided to use digital marketing as a way to reach out to their clients, even while those people were staying at home. So we've just seen, we are very familiar with the traditional ones, the newspapers, the billboards, TV, radio. So let us look at digital marketing. If you look at this, you can see a few examples, just a few examples of digital marketing. Maybe you've gone to a site, you are looking up, let's say you are looking up sneakers, and then you just ad just popped up, like for example, this one for Infinix. That is an example of digital marketing. Uh, I'll also give another example. Just give a demonstration. So what we look at, cheap hotels. Cheap hotels in Nairobi. If we were looking for cheap hotels in Nairobi, you can see we have this category that have AD in the beginning, yes, and then we have these other ones. We have these other ones that do not have AD. So these ones are an example of digital marketing. So it means this is an advert that somebody has put up for cheap hotels in Nairobi. You can see if you want 4-star hotel, 5-star, 3-star, you can compare the deals. So this is an example of digital marketing strategy. We'll also look at this. We see we have, yeah, this is also, I can see we have some GMB profiles here. And you can see if people were looking for cheap hotels in Nairobi, they'll be able to see these King Suites, Red Buffalo House Hotel, Hemax Suites, and Plus 254 Hotel. So these are businesses that have a GMB listing. So you can see they're ranked higher than other businesses. So that's just a demonstration to show you the importance of having a complete GMB listing. Uh, See, these ones have ranked high. So if I was looking up a hotel, this will be my first choices. So maybe I look up Kingswood, see what kind of offers they have, check out Red Buffalo, check out Hemax Suites, plus the offer, and then decide within among the four which one I would like to put a reservation on. So we've seen that, and we have said, oh, once you make a search online and you see this AD in front of a link. This means that this is an advertisement, and we're going to talk about that in our subsequent session, why some have and why others do not have. And if you want to have one, where do you begin? So let us proceed. So we've seen some of examples. So you can see this has AD here. If you look at it here, I have buy one. Somebody was looking up for cars and then saw this. So this is an example of digital marketing. YouTube. When you log into YouTube and you are looking up music or videos and then you see an ad popping up, that is also an example of digital marketing. You are looking up a site and then you see an advertisement like this one. This one is display ads. It's an example of digital marketing. So here for the YouTube ads, these are usually examples of video ads. And then for the search, when you see this person was looking at best places to buy a car, then he was able to see Takumbo cars in Nigeria, for example. So we've looked at our local examples here, cheap hotels in Nairobi. We're able to see Blue Star Hotel, 254 Hotel. So those are just examples of digital marketing. So why should we embrace digital marketing? Maybe you'll say, but I know the traditional ways, putting up an ad in TV, a newspaper, putting it up in our billboard. Why should we embrace digital marketing? Digital marketing is low cost. For example, we have seen those ones that have AD. If you click on the link, is when that business owner will be able to pay. So even as we have seen the cheap hotels and we have not clicked on the links, they're not going to pay, even though we have seen that they have offers. Also interactive and engaging. Look at Facebook, look at GMB. People can give feedback. When you have an ad on the billboard or when you're walking or driving towards superhighway, for example, and you see a big billboard, You cannot be able to ask questions or give feedback about the product. And also digital marketing gives you high return on investment. What do I mean? Like for example, if I clicked on that link, most probably I was looking to make a reservation on the hotels. That is why I clicked on the link. So most likely like I was the one looking at making a reservation of the hotel. So that person, even when they are paying, they have an audience that will most likely to convert. That is different from traditional marketing. Once you run an advert on a billboard, whether those people are interested on it or not, they'll just look at it. But you will already have paid it. Whether the right people will see it or not, you still have to pay it. And then digital marketing spreads fast and wide. You can imagine those days we had to wait for news on TV before we know what's happening. Right now, somebody just puts up a post on Twitter or Facebook, and people all over the country already know what's going on. Even by the time 1 p.m. Comes, or 7 p.m. or 9 p.m. at night for people to see the news, people already know what's going on around them. So those are just some examples of digital marketing. So now we get to the heart of digital marketing. And here we're going to talk about what are some of the types of digital marketing. We have search engine marketing. We have social media marketing. I know most of us are conversant with social media. We have display marketing. I just showed you an example. We have content marketing. We have email or SMS marketing. I'm sure you've received an email, especially maybe if you have been searching up football issues, maybe you received an email from this betting firms giving you the offers they have or encouraging you to place your bet today. Maybe we have this particular match. If you have been looking up, maybe say hotels, start getting SMSs and emails that we have these offers. If you are a person who has been using Uber, for example, sometimes you start to see bots reaching out to you, telling you these are some of the offers that we have. So that is on SMS or email. So that is email marketing. Social media marketing is about Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Display marketing, I already said, when you go to look up a site and then an advert pops up out of nowhere. So that is an example of display. Search engine, I've already shown you when you are searching for something and you see AD on top of it. That's an example of search engine marketing. So how do you reach the right people with Google Ads? So what are Google Ads? We've talked about display marketing. That's an example of Google Ads. So how do you reach the right people at the right time with Google site? So 83% of people make searches on Google. 83% of internet users make searches on Google. 83% of people have clicked on a Google ad. Maybe an ad popped up and you clicked on it to see what are these people selling. Maybe you just saw a Jumia ad, they have these new phones. You say, let me check out, see if there's any I would wish to buy. So 83% of internet users have clicked on 63 rather percent of internet users have clicked on a Google ad. So Google is where people make searches. Maybe you're looking for those who love cooking, you're going to look for recipes. Maybe those who love politics, you've gone up to look at Google News to see what's happening. And the one of the benefits of having Google Ads is you only pay for the results. So for example, if you choose for clicks, you only pay for the people who have clicked on the ad. So if you run an ad and people don't click on it, you will not pay because people didn't click on your ad. So you only pay for the results. And then you can run and stop anytime you want. You can run Google Ads and stop them anytime you want. And it's very easy to create a Google Ads. And then another importance is your ads will appear when customers search for businesses like yours. So, for example, if you're a person who usually looks up, for example, fashion products, most of the ads that you'll be seeing will be fashion related, maybe jewelry, maybe this new design of shoes, maybe this new design of handbags. Those are the most likely advertisements you'll be able to interact with, because Google search will tailor to people who are looking for businesses similar to yours. So you as a client, if you've ever, if we two people open up their phones, depending on what they are looking at, they'll be able to see different advertisements. So if I am the one who has been looking up, for example, fashion, I look up maybe these are the new designs that are there, I'll be able to see most of my ads will be related to fashion. So if I am a person who is interested in football, for example, so most of the ads I'll be seeing will be betting farms, um, of these news channels that are restricted to football matters. So those are the kind of advertisement, maybe merchandise. So those are just some few examples of what people will be seeing. So you as a business person or as a digital marketer, when you're putting up an ads, you can be able to tell that these ads will only reach people who are likely to convert or people who are looking for products that are similar to your business. So that's just one advantage of having Google Ads. So how do you set up Google Ads? How do you set up Google Ads? So you just log into your Google account. Your Google account is the same with your Gmail account. So and then you sign up. Just search Google Ads, then it will take you direct to the platform. Sign up, then you can click campaigns, create new campaigns. So a campaign is that advertisement. Let's say I want to advertise for 1 month. So that will be a campaign. I want to advertise for 1 week. That's a campaign. So when you want to create a campaign, you'll select new campaigns. My moderator will put up the links for the Google Ads platform for those who want to check out the platform after this session. So you've already signed up. You sign up with your Gmail account or Google account. And then, so how do you create an ad? How do you create? Let us run through the steps to create an ad on Google Ads. Because some of us maybe are interested in saying, after this session, I want to be able to run an ad on Google Ads on my own without external help. So how do you create your ad in Google Ads account? First, you need to know your goal. What do I mean? If I have a new product and I want to reach as many people as possible to know that I have this new product. So my goal will be to create brand awareness. Maybe it's a product that has been marketed for 2 months. Now I want to sell the product. So my goal will be to make sales. So you need to know your goal. Even as you're putting up, I will ask you for goal. Is it clicks? Is it brand awareness? So you choose the whichever goal you want. And then decide where to advertise. So you can be able to decide where you want your advertisements to go. Is it to specific websites or to any website that Google will deem relevant to your business? So you decide, do you want it to go to specific websites or do you want it to go to any website that Google will deem relevant? And then create your message. What are you informing people about this new product? Or are you selling that new product? And then set your budget. You can even set it at 500. So I want this advertisement to run as long as my 500 will be used up. And then you are good to go. So those are the steps you need when you are creating your campaign on Google Ads. So we've already talked about your goal. Do you want more calls? Do you want visits to your store? Do you want to drive people to your website? We've already talked about this advertise. Yeah. And something I need to point out, with Google Ads, you can decide to advertise only to a specific area. So here I can decide to advertise to only people in Westlands. So only people in Westlands will be able to see it. If I decide to do the whole of Nairobi, people outside Nairobi County will not be able to see it. If I decide I want to put it up in Kenya, only the people in Kenya will be able to see. So you can localize to as low as you want. If I only want people within 30-kilometer radius to see my ad, only the people within 30-kilometer radius from where I am will be able to see. So you can localize to however you want. However you want, you can localize your ad to it. So you don't need, your ad will not go just anywhere or everywhere. If you want it to go global, so be it. It will go to everyone who is on the internet. So you decide. So it's very, very important to know. Are you restricting your business to Nairobi, or are you okay with your business having clients from other counties or other areas? So your message, we have already talked. You can see an example here, haircuts in all styles. So fresh look, great hair, that is the, it's trying to advertise the hairstyles. So it's trying to tell you that this salon has all hairstyles you may need. You can walk in if you have any hairstyle you so wish to have. Then we've talked about setting a budget cap. So you can decide whichever budget you want, 1,500, however low or however high you want to go, you can set up your budget. I'll give you resources at the end of this session where you can look up at the practical aspect of it and learn more about Google Ads. So once you have everything in place, go live. So anybody who is looking for salon and is looking to have any hairstyle will be able to see Shirley's Salon. So those are the simple steps you need to create a Google Ads account and run a campaign. Any questions? Let me check the comment box. Yes, I can see my moderator has put up, yes, sign into Google Ads. Yes, and then from there you can be able to set up your account. You don't need to create a new Gmail account. You can already use the one you have. So people are not asking questions. Don't worry, I'll give you resources at the end of this, session where you can go and learn more about Google Ads. And those sites are free. You don't need to pay their Google sites. You can get even certifications. If you want to be certified in Google Ads, the resources I'm going to give you at the end of this session, you can be able to go. You can be able to go on those sites, get your certification, and then begin your career as a digital marketer or use the knowledge to run your business. So we are going to move on to our next session. Our last session. So we talked about Google Ads, we've talked about we've talked about Google Ads, we've talked about GMB, and now we want to look at social media. So how do you leverage social media channels and email marketing? How do you leverage? So I know we are very conversant with social media channels. Examples, so Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, suggest a few examples that we have. So how does social media, we looked at this, generate more sales, add value to your brand, improve your marketing. So how does it improve your marketing? It helps you get noticed on search, gain valuable customer insights. When people respond to your business, you can be able to tell if they're lacking this new product, what concerns do they have. You can keep an eye on their competitors. You can research what are the competitors doing, and then you can be able to see what you can learn from what your competitors are doing. Generate more sales. How? You are able to reach new audiences, new business opportunities, target specific demographics. As we have said, you can only target people between 18 to 25. target people only in Westlands area and target men only. So I want to put up I want to boost a social media post to target men only in Westlands within the age group of 18 to 25. So you can be able to generate more sales because you realized that your clientele are within Westlands and they are men only and they're between the ages of 18 to 25. So they're more likely to convert because they're your ideal audience. So social media, we have organic and paid social media. Organic, the one is free. I showed you how to create a Facebook business page. So that is free. But the limitations is you can only reach your followers and friends. But with paid social media, you can pay for views, you can pay for actions, you can pay for clicks, you can reach anyone. The way we have said, you can decide this post, I want it to reach all the people in Kenya who are interested in NGOs. So all the people in Kenya who've shown interest, maybe they've been looking up NGOs, they've been supporting NGOs, they're the ones who are going to see the post. So how do you get started with social media marketing? We said your target audience is very important, very, very important. So the demographics, maybe we've talked about that demographics, age, sex, uh, locations, their professions. So maybe you are selling, for example, custom-made suits. You're selling custom-made suits. So most likely, your target audience would be people in professional settings because most likely those are the people who are going to buy custom-made suits. What are their interests? Maybe they're the fashion conscious people. So their interest will be those who are interested in fashion, those who read fashion magazines. So that will be their interest. What is their behavior online? What do they do when they come online? And then, how do you choose your social media channel? We say choose one, experiment with it, see how it goes before you choose the next one. And then, which kind of post do you want to put up? Is it photos? Is it videos? Is it blogs? Is it live broadcast? Do you want to go live, explain about your business, what your business is doing, the kind of products you have? And you need to set up the frequency. It's very sad if you're looking up a business and you find the last post was in 2019 and we are in 2021. You're not updated, you're not sure if they're still in business, you're not sure if they moved, they're still where they're saying they are. So it's very, very important to put up content regularly. And finally, how can email marketing help your business? In our next session at 1 p.m., we are going to look through how do you create a digital marketing strategy. We have been seeing about plan. What are some of the things? Before you create a strategy, you need to have a plan. So these are some of the things you need to have in mind. Which audience am I targeting? Which channels will I use? Which kind of content am I trying to put out there? So this is just a digital marketing plan. Next, we're going to look at the strategy in a 1 p.m. session. So I'm going to finally look at email marketing. I know we already talked about email marketing. What is it? What is email marketing? I'm sure some of us have found emails. We've seen many emails of maybe you signed up. Normally, you usually go to a website, they tell you sign up if you want to receive our newsletters, and then they start sending you emails about their products. So that is what we are talking about when we are saying email marketing. So as a business, what are some of the tips you need to know? Keep your email simple and tested. Measure the click rate. Measure the open and click rate. Open and click rate, it means how many people opened the email that you sent them. From that, you can be able to know, was my email long? Was it not giving the right message? And then segment. You can segment maybe the people who only bought from you are the ones you want to send an email, or the people who looked up your site but did not buy are the ones you want to send an email. So those are just some of the email tips. And finally, your next steps. I hope my moderator will put up this link, Learn Digital with Google.com digital skills or courses. So you will see a catalog of courses, Google Ads, Google Display, social media, YouTube. If you want to learn more about YouTube, for example, email marketing, they are all there. So make sure you check out this and get the practical aspect of this session on the courses. And finally, follow us on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. We are on Facebook at Digital Skills for Numeric Africa. On Twitter and Instagram, we are at Digital Skills AF. Thank you so much. Share your feedback with us. I will give you a feedback form so that we are able to know what are you saying, which kind of what do you want us to implement in our next session. So make sure you share on the feedback form. Also subscribe to this channel. I'm sure you go to our, I'll just display. Yes, so that's our link for our 1 p.m. session. You can be able to join our 1 p.m. session. We've been talking about plan in this session. Now we want to create a strategy in our next 1 p.m. session. So you can join the next 5 minutes. We'll be going live again on the link. My moderator will post the link on your as a last comment on this post so that all of you can be able to join. Thank you so much. I've been your trainer, Winnie Anastasia, and my moderator has been Benson Weru. Thank you. See you in the next 5 minutes.